Hi guys, 2011 Mini Cooper S. I'll show you how to replace the valve cover gasket right there. And the way you start is, you're gonna start from this corner. So you need to open this clip here and then use a flat screwdriver so you can remove the clip, and then you open this outwards and it's gonna come out with this little plug here. So the next thing is you go and you release these 10mm bolts all the way around. This thing is actually clipped with these. You just need to pull it up with a screwdriver again, like here. Another clip that's clipped to this, you just pull it out. Another one here, pull it out. So you take these 10mm here, these, and then in the back you have this wiring actually that sits on top with the spark plugs. You need to release it from these clips here, and you're gonna have this 10mm here, then you're gonna have a 8mm nut here that is holding on top of the bolt, is holding this wire. And once you pull this out, you're gonna have the 10mm on the bottom, then another 10mm here, and these two here. And in order to release these, of course you forgot to mention that there's a cover here. Sometimes people forget to put these covers, sometimes they are there. This thing just pulls forward and up, and you have to pull the spark plugs just the way they are. There's nothing into it. You just unlock it and then you pull it. You unlock it and then you pull it up through here. Just put them in the places where they were. And this thing just clips here. It just has these clips here, so this goes up like this. And again, once you release the 8mm here, you pull the clips right here, and then there's another one that's held down there, and you put it on the side. Then you have the two camshaft sensors, and the way you do it, you need to open this clip here and then push it outwards the same way here. You open this and you push back and leave them on the side, and this is done. So this is ready to go. Last thing is very important, you have two hidden 10mm here too, so you have to release these two. And once you have this, because this is an original gasket, it has 80,000 miles, you need to find a place to open this valve cover, and you just need to push it up like this and try to wiggle it. So just find places where you can actually wiggle the plastic, but make sure that you don't break the valve cover. And you just keep pulling until the whole thing comes out. And you gotta be careful for these metal surroundings here. They're for the spark plugs. I tried to pull them out, but I couldn't. So that's the only thing that you gotta make sure that you get afterwards. This one, you see, this one got stuck, so it's coming out, but the other ones are stuck down there. Okay, the problem here is I can't take this off because this contact electrical is part of this hose here. So I was trying to take it out, so you're gonna have to release this, and this is a crazy stupid design because you're supposed to press the sides of this in order to take it out, but they have a lock on the outside. I mean, I don't understand this crazy stupid design, man. I mean, where am I supposed to put the these pins to release this? So what I'm doing is I'm pressing and putting these little hook tools right here in that specific place to lift this plastic in order to pull it out. So one on the bottom right there, and one on the top, and now it's coming out. So this is the only way how you can do this. So I mean, I can't do anything about it. This is just stupid. It's really stupid. Okay, then I just press this a little bit out to help this come out. So here we go. It released this. Yeah, you have to leave this here because, oh, what is this? Okay, well, anyway, I thought this was part of the plastic, but it's not. You can actually unhook this. Yeah, you can actually unhook it right there. I need to see how it opens, but it looks like it's just a slide in. So yeah, you can just unhook this, open this clip here in the back, and just take it out. Anyway, just be careful. I guess you can do this. You don't need to take this out. I will try not to move this because the rubber is very old here. It's not bad yet, but it may be bad soon. So yeah, you can take this out by unclipping it, and then we remove the valve cover. Okay, make sure you take this out because you're gonna need to install them afterwards. And we can leave them here. All of this has to be cleaned, especially look at this dirt. This is extremely bad. This dirt is going to end up inside the engine, so I'm going to need to use a vacuum cleaner to get all of this. Look at these pieces inside the engine. This is dirt that needs to come out. This engine has been abused, and look at the wear and the metals right here. It only has 70,000 miles, but it has really bad, not bad wear, but this is bad wear, and that's because they didn't change the oils on time. And we're gonna have to clean all of this before the installation. Okay, when you're releasing these, you need to use a hook tool to lift this thing up so you release the bolts. These are gonna go inside these, but after we install the new gasket, so use a hook tool and you kind of lift it up like this, and it's right here. Then you're gonna do the same thing for all of these and use the sides kind of to lift up the rubber and then the bolt to drop down. So because this is old, it's like plastic, be careful not to break the valve cover here because it's very thin. The walls are very thin here. Once you get these, remember this one with this stud here is in all the way in the back in the middle. The other ones should be all the same, and the same thing with here, these, and then we have to get these out too. Okay, the middle rubbers or seals are right in this slot, so they're like literally like plastic, and I need to have to dig inside here and then take it out because they're just falling apart. They're breaking in pieces. This is the same thing for the outside seal here. Right here, it broke right here in the middle. So you just got to be careful. You don't press on the sides here because you're risking of breaking this valve cover. So you have to dig in at an angle toward the actual rubber. Yeah, these are really hard to get out, but again, I managed to get them out, and all of them broke, but it's fine. And this one here, you need to get inside between the bolt and the seal and actually try to get it out like this. And once you pull it, the bolt is gonna it's gonna go down. This is the old one, and you can push this bolt actually out of the hole because you're gonna need it later to get it in. And again, this is what I do. I just kind of pull it with this hook tool right here in order to get it out, and that's the only way how you can get these out. And again, just press the bolt out, and now we're gonna go and clean this valve cover and prepare it for the new seal. Also, when you try to take these sensors out, because they have an O-ring here that needs to be replaced, you see this little one, yeah, we're gonna have to clean these, and we're gonna have to replace the O-rings on these, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but that's one thing that you have to do additionally. And don't forget where they go. I think they're the same, but still, just put them back together and replace this O-ring right here. Okay, in order to clean the aluminum surface here, I used a Scotch-Brite. Sometimes you can use a flat screwdriver depending on the space that you have, and I just used the Scotch-Brite because I don't have much space here. And I cleaned these spots here, these two where the central bolts go, and also I cleaned the area around because there was dirt that was going through the seal, leaking inside. And you need to use a brake cleaner so you can clean the surfaces before you actually end up installing this the seal. This is the seal that we got. This is a pretty good company. That's a German company, and this is the part numbers. I think the part number is this thing here. It's 11 12 75 82 400, and it includes the outer and then the two small inside and the 4 around the spark plugs. So once you clean this with the brake cleaner, then I just had the valve cover cleaned. And remember the two seals, those are the two old seals on these sensors. You need to clean the sensors here, and you need to get new O-rings. And you see how they're sticking a little bit out on the surface right here. On these surfaces, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to stick a little bit out here. You can put some oil when you install them inside so they go through easier, but that's the two seals, they're changed. And I put the bolts in the order they came out, so we're gonna start installing the seal now. I'm not gonna use any silicone because the factory didn't use one. You could use silicone if you want to, just like a light smudge. The only recommended silicone is the gray silicone. That's the only one we use, no other color. Again, gray silicone if you want to. In our case, we're not going to. I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease around this seal so it goes in easier, and also with the installation. Okay, I'm gonna use some grease just right here, and I'm gonna lightly just kind of smudge the whole gasket, because we're gonna have to install those bolts through these spaces here, and the only way these will go is if they have some grease. So just grease the whole thing before installation. Okay, the same thing with these the center or the spark plug seals. You get a little bit of grease, you grease them up, and then you install them inside the grooves, just kind of slowly and carefully. But again, the grease will help you with the installation now, and also the installation on the actual the head or back on the car. And just, you see right here, they're already good to go. Don't forget these two go, this is where the bolt goes through, and this is on the bottom where it touches the head. It has a specific design, so don't forget these. And they go inside here, but make sure you put some grease also inside so that you slip the bolt through. And here we go, we need to get just one more going. Okay, I thought that I was going to be able to install this back on the car and then install the bolts, but it won't happen because these two in the middle are going to fall out. So we're going to have to get all of these bolts, and the way you do it is you're going to push this spacer here all the way through, and you're going to have to get it through the hole and then you need to massage the rubber around the spacer so it goes through. And we already have the grease, so they will go through much easier. So here we go, this is good to go. You're gonna have to do this for all of these, and the way these gonna happen is you're gonna have to use a long extension in order to push the bolt through. And once you push it through, don't forget the one with the stud and the 8mm on the top is the one here on the back in the middle. So it's this one actually here towards me right now. So that's the only difference. Everything else is still the same. So keep going with these, and then once we're ready we can install it on the vehicle. Okay, after the installation of this bolts with the spacers, this is what it's supposed to look like. And now you're gonna pick this up and you're going to install it, and you need to make sure that all the bolts are in the right places. Okay, it's actually pretty easy to set it down. Just watch out for these wires here and everything around here. Remember, you have to start from the middle, so these two here in the middle, and then we start with these, and then we go out. So you don't really need a torque because these have the spacers, so you cannot over torque them. Just one. You see they stop immediately. When they reach that point they stop, and you see everything is tight. And from here you go to these two middle ones. Then we go out. Then there's an X, you go to the other side, which would be this one here. And then we go to the other side here. Then we go across. Already this one. Now we got these two and these two, so it doesn't really matter anymore. So we have these, and then we have these two left. And that's it. This is tight, it's ready. Don't forget, you have to install these spark plugs. I guess these are like lifters or protectors, whatever. Clean them if they have this oil here. And we have to install the two sensors right there. The two small sensors right here with the 8mm bolts. Before installing these, just put just a little bit of smudge of grease on top of the O-rings, so they preserve the O-rings for a longer period of time, and they actually help you with the installation. This one is the front one, so it's gonna go right here. And you will feel that the new ring, it's actually now, because it's a new ring, it'll go a little bit harder. You get some resistance, but that's fine. This is the way it's supposed to work. And then you have the 8mm. Don't over tie this, even though it has the metal space in the middle. Still, just kind of when it stops, it stops. Don't over tie this. And the same thing with this other one. Need to put a little bit of grease. Again, don't over tie these, just lightly. That's it. They're properly installed, and the next thing is we just need to drop these spacers inside here. I think they go to all the way down to that metal, and then they stop like right here, so you'll see a little bit of space between those and the plastic. And just push them down. You can probably use a flat screwdriver to check where they stop. Actually, you have to push them all the way down. Yeah, so there's like a special ridge. Yeah, you need to push them all the way down so this thing stops all the way down at the metal, because they don't go right away. Yep, right here there's two special notches that you can use for the flat screwdriver right here. You can press right there. Once you press it down, it'll actually stop. It'll reach that metal base. Okay, these are good to go. And next thing would be we need to install this pipe, and then the wiring harness on top, and these on the sides. Okay, we need to install these back, and remember this one sticks down there, this clip there, it sticks to this ridge there, and then that hole right, that's the hole right there, and that's where it's gonna go. That's where the next clip goes, right here. And this goes down there. And remember to install this wire here. That's the also, and don't forget this 8mm nut that holds the wire. It's right here. Okay, and this will clip after you install the spark plugs. Okay, once you push this, then you can install these, and that one clips here, and then this one clips right here at this edge. And then these go over here with this. Make sure this doesn't touch the heat shield, this O2 sensor. I think maybe it's right, yeah, that's right here. Need to stay away from this heat shield. And the next thing is you're going to have the two sensors that you need to plug. and you need to plug the first one here, and then you can plug this clip here, and then you can plug the second one. And it's gonna go on the top of the clip. Always goes on the top, so install it and clip it. And once you do that, we can install the coils. So I left them the way they go on the car, in the same order. They kind of twist a little bit at an angle. And this is the second one here, and you can just push and lock these, and then all you gotta do is just push it down, and then this one will clip in the front and in the back. And the same thing for these two. These are the slots where these rubbers go. They need to go inside these slots, otherwise they're not gonna go down. Okay, the same thing. You need to lock it and lock the same way. Watch out the slot, and then you push down. Again, and this one is broken in the front because there's a zip tie here, so you need to push in the back first, and then it'll lock in the front. So this is ready. Last thing is we need to install the pipe, this pipe here, and I'm gonna put some grease. So this goes on the inside. I'm going to install some grease right here and right here, so it'll help this thing to slide in better. Just a little bit on the outside, and then you can smudge it a little bit, and then you can put some on the inside so it helps the rubber when sliding in. This seal here looks to be already oily. And remember this little clip here where the wire goes, because this wire would have to clip to this. So this is the way it clips, and this is the way you can, I think you can just you need to clip it first, this here to the pipe, and then it'll go in once you slide it in. Okay, the way this clips in is there's a little ridge right here on the inside. That ridge goes at this right here. This is where the ridge slides. You see it? That thing in right here in the end. So that's how it's supposed to clip first here. Again, it's about right here. This is where it's supposed to clip, right almost toward the end. Actually, once you slide it in that ridge, this will not move because that's where it's supposed to stop. Okay, and now we can install it. Remember that it's supposed to go into this plug here. So I think I'm gonna try to install it first here on the top. Right here, and now try to go all the way to here. Okay, yep, this is clipped. Once this thing clicks, you see, you can check it, it won't come out. And this is it. We just got to install this rust cover here, and always try to smudge these. Try to smudge these with a little bit of grease right here. These rubber mounts, so they come out next time, they come out easier for the next person that's gonna do some work on this car. And just install it down, and that's it. So again, valve cover gasket replacement, Mini Cooper S 2011. That was the whole procedure. Again, thanks for watching. Please like my videos and please subscribe. Thank you.